Okay, so I want to talk about people that are judgmental because of this Jonah video that came out, and I've seen there was another one by Jade, and I think maybe that one came out first. Maybe that's where he got the idea to do the flashcards instead of talking. And I just think it's really wrong that people are saying that he faked the video and that he was lying and that he just wants attention. And I've heard it all, and it's just really wrong. I'm not gay myself, but I know a lot of people that are. I have a lot of gay friends. When I was in high school, I had gay friends, and I saw them, I saw them go through a lot of stuff they shouldn't have to. And I remember my one friend, I was actually staying the night over at his house when we were in high school, and I was looking through his yearbook, and I couldn't believe the stuff that people were writing in there. It was just like, I mean, it's not surprising that somebody that has to go through that would be suicidal, because it's very cruel. I mean, it made me cry just reading it, and it wasn't even directed at me, and I don't understand why people are so apathetic and they don't have any feelings towards other people. All they think about is themselves. And a lot of people do that nowadays. And it's really wrong. And it's not going to get you anywhere in life. And I just believe in loving everybody and in being humane. And, we're all people. We're all different. We all think differently. We all, have different goals in life. And I just think that too many people are stuck on, just really petty stuff. And the thing that bugs me about people being like that is then they go and have children, and they teach their children to be like that too, and then, because they teach their children to be like that, then the cycle just goes on. And, other kids that go to school with their kids, they have to deal with that. And I have a child, and she's in first grade, and I have taught her to be very loving. I've always, me and my husband have always surrounded her and showered her with love. And it's it is to the point where sometimes we have to tell her, because she loves everybody. She doesn't judge people. I mean, she's starting to a little bit, with things she doesn't understand and that aren't normal to her. Say, like, somebody having two dads, like a biological dad and a stepdad. She thinks that's weird because she only has one mom and one dad. It's just an example that I had to explain to her last week. But she lets people walk all over her, and she doesn't really see that, she doesn't see it as wrong, just because she cares about them, and she thinks that they, share that feeling towards her. And we've kind of had to tell her a few times over the last couple of years that she's been in school, sometimes you just have to walk away from people that don't, share, positive feelings towards you. Which there's nothing wrong with learning that, but, I'd rather have my kid not judge people and have to tell her, you just gotta, have to tell her. It's almost like you gotta tell her to be mean to people, but that's not the message that I portray, but it's almost like that. But I wish people raised their children the right way, and they weren't so judgmental themselves. And I kind of got off topic with the whole story about my daughter, but I don't understand it. I have always, my mom, she taught me everybody is the same. We all have, blood going through our veins. We all came from, a woman. We're all human. There's nothing, our anatomies are all the same, It's just, people get stuck on the stupid stuff. You don't have enough money, you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, your clothes aren't cool enough, you're gay, you look weird. Who cares? As long as, that person is a good person, why does it matter? I don't understand that. I judge people by their personality, whether I'm going to get along with them or not what they look like, and, it's what's inside that matters, not how they look on the outside, or, you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't, because it's wrong, and most of the time you're wrong. That's not who that person is. You might look at somebody and be like, oh, they are so freaky looking, and then get to know them, and they're the sweetest person in the world. But you're not going to know that if you're just, looking at them and thinking, well, whatever about them. It's just stupid. There's stuff that people don't know about me when they first meet me, and it's kind of like reverse judgment because, they think I'm smart, or, I'm nice or whatever, and then they find out, stuff about me, and then they're like, wow, I never would have guessed. But, and that's why it's just a lesson. You shouldn't judge people, based on something that you might not fully understand. It might not be something, so horrible. But that's all I wanted to say, and I think what Jonah did was really brave, and the whole thing about, well, in 4 months he couldn't have made that many friends, so he was lying. You don't know. Are these adults that are saying this? Do you not remember what it was like to be, a kid? One day you're friends with somebody, and the next day they hate your freaking guts, and that's the way it is. That's the way kids are, and, and I got picked on from the time I was in first grade, up until, like, 9th grade, 8th grade, something like that. I'm in my 30s, so, but, and it just, like, it was really bad in 7th and 8th grade. But, kids aren't growing like us. We're just aging. Kids are actually growing. They're becoming the people that they're going to be, and and they progress faster than we do because they don't have very much time to grow, and they change overnight. You see it with your own kids if you have your own kids. 1 week they look one way, and the next week they look totally different. All kids are like that. And so maybe last year he had a horrible year. And then, over the summer, yeah, he was freaked out because he didn't want to go back to school because he thought it was going to be like that. And then he went back to school, and he made friends, and people had changed. Who knows? We don't know. We don't go to his school, so how are you going to say that he's lying and that kids don't, do this in 4 months? You don't know. Kids do amazing things in 4 months. I mean, look at from, the time you have a newborn until they're 4 months. Look at that. That just goes to show. Things do drastically change in 4 months. In shorter amounts of period of time than that, they change, So I just think it's wrong for people to be saying the things that they're saying, especially saying go kill yourself. Why would you say that to anybody? Like, what kind of human being are you? Are you even human being? Because it doesn't sound like it to me. It's just really wrong what you people are doing, and you need to stop. Stop being so judgmental. You need to love everybody. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in loving people. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the type of person you should be. You shouldn't be a judgmental jerk. And it's not going to get you anywhere. And maybe you need to reevaluate your own life, because I highly doubt if you judge people like that your friends are real friends. And that's all I'm going to say. And I hope Jonah, is, gets through this, and I hope other people do too, because it's wrong for all people, but I hope that everything is good in everybody's life when they're going through this, so.